All right, folks, let's get right to it. You've been hearing a lot of analysis lately on the subject of Afghanistan. We've been talking about it a lot. There has been nothing but just absolute morbid and incompetent failure on part of the President of the United States. It's quite embarrassing. I think he threw insult injury at insult, or insult at injury, however the phrase goes. You guys know what I'm talking about. He poured salt into the proverbial wound when he looked disgusted to be disrupted from his vacation, and then at the end of his speech jumps right back on Marine One and flies back out to his vacation spot. That's disgusting, but I digress. Let's not talk about that for a second. Let's talk about something that I have been widely concerned about. I have talked about this a lot. Don Stewart and I have talked about this a lot, and that is the fact that by the destabilization, and we have talked about the destabilization extensively, the destabilization of Afghanistan, we are creating a condition by which the enablement of nefarious nations to do evil things will increase. Case in point, we said for sure that Taiwan was going to be in danger of the Chinese Communist Party action. And by the way, I do think it's going to go into the last days, or into the whole narrative of the last days, because China is inconsequential in the last days. I think the United States is as well. And of course, these people, the Chinese Communist Party, they don't like to play real nice with the globalists, and the globalists are going to find a way to oust them. We know that that's going to be the case. I think the United States of America is just pretty much going to give up all of its glory as long as we have people like Joe Biden in office. But anyway, that's beside the point. Really, my hope is, I'm just going to digress for one more second. My hope is the United States of America comes to repent so radically that when the rapture comes, it will become inconsequential by virtue of the fact that so many people have been raptured. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. It still doesn't absolve us from our responsibility of fighting for righteousness. But this is interesting. If you don't know what the Global Times is, they really are an organ of the Chinese Communist Party. They really, truly, when they speak or an editorial comes out there, oftentimes it is because of members of the Chinese Communist Party wanting to speak out concerning an issue or concern that they have, or an issue that they want to bring out in all of their tyranny. And they did exactly that. There was an editorial that was published on Monday, and the Chinese Communist Party sent a very harsh message to what they call the Democratic Progressive Party. They are the ruling party of the Republic of China on the island of Taiwan, for those of you that don't know. Now, let me quote what they actually wrote here. This is very important. The Chinese Communist Party is writing this, and I want you to pay attention to what they're saying. It says the DPP authorities need to keep a sober head, and the secessionist forces should reserve the ability to wake up from their dreams. This is heavy. They go on to say, from what happened in Afghanistan, they should perceive that once a war breaks out in the straits, the island's defense will collapse in hours. And ready for this? Here's the catch, you folks. This is what they say. And the U.S. military won't come to help. That is the implication of the actions of one brilliant Joseph Biden. And we said that this was going to take place. Now, this is bittersweet because we know that this is playing into the end time scenario. We've done plenty of videos on this. You might want to look at the video that I did yesterday with Don Stewart regarding the subject of Afghanistan and the biblically prophetic significance of what's going on in Afghanistan. But what is remarkable and what is absolutely unique in the scenario in which we are describing is we are watching the whole world begin to view the United States of America as no longer a superpower. And we told you that the Bible tells us, it makes us very, very clear that when Ezekiel chapter 38 and 39 happens, there will be no superpower that will be on the earth to stop the attack that happens in Israel. And I can tell you this right now, we are moving in that direction, ladies and gentlemen. So the moral of the story is, heads up, Jesus is coming soon. And by the way, again, let this be a reminder to us to keep standing up for righteousness. We need to continue to do the right thing as the Lord is on his way for his church. God bless you guys, and keep fighting the good fight. Don't give up. Bye-bye.